Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have another visitor, one of my other baby boys. Thank God I'm blessed with him. You may see him, you may not. I hope he doesn't scratch me like my other baby boy. This is episode 5, Security Without Liberty. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States, through all their intelligence agencies, through the military, through watching everything you do, finding out the last time you bought a bag of potato chips, last time you had sex with that woman or man, spying on your phone calls, spying on your internet. What was the last time you bought some Strohs? And all the stuff that our intelligence agencies have been doing since 2001, a lot of it unconstitutional and illegally, and all the extra steps that our Democratic president and our Republican predecessor and both parties in Congress have turned America into, which is a near police state. The only difference is we're not martial law yet. There has been talk of instilling that at some point, if necessary. But all their efforts does not protect anyone. I'm not saying that they haven't thwarted and stopped a lot of potential attacks. They probably have. But at what cost? When you lose your liberty, you have lost your security. Now, let me say something to you. We could have every American soldier protect the borders, leave every other nation, and come home and isolate America. We could have the military patrolling the streets like they did in the old USSR. We could make it mandatory that you can't even make a phone call without reporting to an officer of the law or some military person. We can make this a prison country if we wanted to go to that extreme. We could do all sorts of terrible things and erode liberty every freaking day even more. But we will not stop another attack on the nation from eventually happening. I don't want that to happen. We will not stop it unless we take a different path. We reinstill liberty. We ban the use of data information illegally gotten, not just by government agencies, but by freaking insurance agencies, your telephone company, your telecom, your your telecom, maybe your gas, your electric, whatever. The totality of the surveillance has gotten rid of everybody's freedom. Everybody's. So I said we can't eradicate terrorism that way. Yeah, every nation, enemy or foe, uniting in that one cause together. Even if every nation on earth, there's like 234 nations or more, if every nation had one common goal, every military, one common goal, every civil war ceased, and everybody united, one common goal. Couldn't get rid of terrorism that way. If every agency in the United States and the planet worked together, could not get rid of it, could not eradicate it. Because as you would maybe cause genocide to every terrorist, even if you did genocide on every terrorist, you would be having children that are born today who would have extreme hate. So at some point, they would rise again. So if we cannot eradicate terrorism from military or intelligence, how then can we work to eradicate it? Ironically, it's by bringing more liberty to us and to people around the globe. But when I speak of liberty, I'm not just talking about not having people spy on what you bought, what you look at on the internet. I'm talking about true liberty, mentally, physically, medically, educationally, or through knowledge, and finally financially. You see, if we as a nation and as a planet work to ensure that every American, every Indian, every Russian, every Ukrainian, every Cuban, every Chinese person, every Italian, every Greek, every Turk, every Iranian, every, let's see, another nation, Jamaican, every Native American, every Australian, every German, every Spaniard, every single African, wherever you are, whatever your nation is, if we work together to see that everybody on the earth has their basic needs met and the ability to earn a living income, then the threat of terrorism will be almost eradicated. Before you wonder why, if you have food, if you have income, if you have access to education, if you have access to health care, if you have access to practicing your own religion or lack thereof, and you have everything for contentment and an ability to even have more, then, my friends, the threat of terrorism goes down because people are not impoverished. If America and the globe wants to end terrorism, then we must end economic terrorism. Don't you think that economic terrorism is just as bad? We're going to talk about that in episode 6. Security without liberty. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who are staying tuned, you're a better American than many. I will call you on your patriotism. Yes. If you really love this nation, you have a duty to me, yourself, everybody you see on the street, whether you know them or not. You have a duty to the entire country. So yeah, I'm going to call you on your patriotism. And for those of you who left the video, don't like what I'm saying, think I'm full of 10 kinds of you know what, go into that bank without your license or ID. Try to go into a federal courthouse. See if you have your freedom. See if I'm full of hot air. I dare you.